want to finish here today is with another attitude adjustment, and this is called perspective. The quicker you put a person or situation in perspective, the easier they're going to be to deal with. My mother always kept the book on her shelf, Mengele, the Nazi doctor worked on twins at Auschwitz. She always kept that on her shelf because here she was a twin at Auschwitz. Here she is in the ghetto before being sent there. And if she ever felt bad about anything, she'd pull out the book, read a paragraph or two, and suddenly the present circumstances don't seem so bad. 1945, the Russian front is advancing very fast. The Germans are very fearful of the Russians. There's a big retreat, military and civilian, heading west towards Allied forces. At this point, she's part of 1,000 girls they take on a death march through the snow. You stop on a so-called rest break and dig a ditch in the road to slow the Russian tanks down. Every 2 weeks, they shoot you, no time to waste, but on this march, you realize your life is in her hands. And how she realized that was by giving up. They stopped the camp one night. She broke down, started to cry. German officer says, "Was ist los?" She said, "I can't take it anymore. I'm starving. I'm freezing. I want you to kill me." He tears his sandwich in half. He hands her half and says, "Listen, the war is almost over. Now is not the time to die. You can make it. Now watch yourself. All right, you go stand guard in front of that fire." Next day, she woke up and saw things that were there before, hadn't noticed. When they walked through deserted German towns and the road bent in a crescent, there would be a clear blind spot. She noticed when they stopped the camp that night, there were many minutes at a time, many times over, where the guards were not to be seen. There were only 70 guards, 1,000 girls. At one of these moments, she just got up and walked away. They were in a field. She went into this deserted town, found a house, scratched the frost off the window, sees a Christmas tree inside with apples, breaks in, eats an apple, and before she could feel good, she's gotten away. She realized she's left her two sisters there, friend. They're going to think she's dead. This could be the straw that breaks camel's back for them. They can't keep this up much longer. What's she going to do? Then she thought, I could not live the rest of my life knowing maybe I could have done something. If I could do this once, I can do this twice. So she sneaks back, finds them, explains the two opportunities. Next day, they're marching. They get to a crescent. They scatter. This time she finds a barrel, waits until nightfall, and when she comes out, silence. Nobody's around. That's when she realizes, I'm free, just like that. All things pass. Sister, friend, wonderful reunion. Then you realize, hey, we're freezing. Let's go indoors. They go in a house, and they find a place that's decorated for Christmas. They find a table set for four as if they're expected, with fine china. They found food already prepared in the kitchen. They just sat down to dinner. At the end of the meal, she looks at the fine hand-painted china, Rosenthal. Then she thought, I didn't live to wash dishes. They threw the plates out the window, went on to the next house. She said she always regretted not taking service for two. Ricky, it was Rosenthal. I tell you this because perspective happens right between your ears. If you think somebody's difficult, you're right. If you think you get a result with somebody, you're right. When you're up against somebody tough, you breathe, you weigh it against other things, and the energy comes back to do what it takes. So now's the time to go out there and do what it takes. Because you make a difference. Everything you do or don't do makes a difference. The choice of the German soldier 68 years ago has come through time to this moment of time. So I wish you to go out there, be conscious communicators. And when you're with people, try to always leave them a positive message. And if you can't think of a positive message, give them two negative messages. My math teacher said that would come in handy. And it did. If I can leave one last thought, let it be this. Life is not a test. It's an actual emergency. Thank you and good luck.